First opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. Turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, Week 6. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They run it again with Kamara. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. The Saints at 4-7 now on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Kamara there with a first down carry, but not much running room, and he takes it forward for only a couple. It's 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, are usually big, big people, because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers, because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Here comes the Saints punter now. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. Powering forward. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now back to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them would be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
A 10th carry for Kamara. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. It's a gain of a yard, and that leads to New Orleans 1st down.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. They'll try to throw now. Winston. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good. And that'll do it for the 1st quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. This one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
A right side run with Patterson. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
They'll run with Patterson. And some room to maneuver. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now here's the option play going left. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team, because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical, because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Winston. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give to Kamara running right. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
Play fake. Winston. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines, but incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Now Winston. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They run. It's Kamara. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Steps away. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. They'll look to throw. And complete to Drake London. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's a first down, and then some. A 32-yard pickup. They're going to look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will tie us at 3-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Second and a yard at the 34-yard line.
Now Winston. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-3. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll throw now on the final play. His throw incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. On the move past the 40. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 24 yards to gain there. Another first down as well. First and 10, it's Patterson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Ritter on target to Pitts for a Falcon first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from drawing level. Crew able to connect on the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving. And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
It'll be a gain of 5, and 3rd and 8 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Marquise Brown, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Falcons have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Malik McDowell able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, third and long. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Pulled in at the 24. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Winston. That's complete to Troutman, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Winston. And incomplete on the deep ball. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They'll throw again. Winston. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Falcons are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll start with the option. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Saints 10.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Running left, here's Patterson. Oh, he shifts past him. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 53 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation, because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When there's extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
Certainly some pressure here on Younghoe Koo. This to make it a 2-score game. Koo knocks this one through the post, and they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, Winston. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
Somehow I feel he's going to hear the same thing when he gets to the sidelines after this series. So close to the first down marker. Just tuck it and run for the first down. No sense trying to throw it downfield. And that one falls incomplete.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time it's 3rd and 3. Jameis to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Here we go with Kamara. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, well, they've got 95% chance of winning.
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. On play action, Winston. They'll roll him out right. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Winston airing it out deep for Smith. And this one is incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. throwing, Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10.
That's good for the Saints. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
To throw is Winston. Looking long for Thomas. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. From the shotgun, it's Winston. That's caught by Marquez Callaway. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Again, it's Winston. And this one complete to Smith. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. To throw, Winston. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Finding room in midfield. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there. As that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Again, it's Kamara. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now Winston on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
Ready?
The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee.
Come on, set.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all.